This is the Scoop and Score, a channel that brings you all of your sports needs. Now, here's your host, Tyler Gray.
What is up, Scoop and Score family? This is your host, Tyler Gray, and welcome here on Mock Draft Monday, number 2. Number 2. Well, thanks for tuning in. All right, so first things first, I got a special announcement for you guys, all right? After this video goes live, I'm going to be going to the Twitter. Twitter is at the Scoop Score. On Twitter, go there, check it out. I'm going to be going on there. I'm going to be posting a special giveaway that's going to be happening on the night of the draft. We'll be going live that night. Another reminder, we're going live on Thursday, April 28th for the first round of the draft. We got something special coming for you, all right? But after this video, once you watch it, go to the Twitter page. All you got to do is retweet the tweet. It's going to be pinned on there. Retweet the tweet, and then you're going to comment below your 32-round first-round mock, okay? That's all you got to do. Do a mock draft in the first round with all 32 teams. Post it on there. Retweet the tweet, and you're all set. You're entered into the giveaway. And that giveaway is going to be, drumroll please, a $50 Fanatic gift card. So you can go on there and get gear for your favorite team, you know, a hat, maybe put money towards a jersey, something. It's going to be a Fanatic online gift card for the person who gets the most correct picks from the first round of the draft. Now, if there's trades going on, we can't predict those. It's what you submit there on that Twitter post is going to be what I do. You can wait up until draft night to do it right before. You know, Cinderella mode at midnight, submit it a minute before, like your online homework in college, or you can do it today. Either way, just make sure you retweet it, submit that, and you'll be entered in to win the $50 gift card. The most correct picks will be our winner. That'll be announced after draft night. Alrighty, so Mock Draft Monday, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing a 5-round mock this week of the Dallas Cowboys on 2 different sites. First, going to be doing the Pro Football Focus like we did last week. I'm going to bump this down a little bit of the PFF board. Positional value, that's going to go up a little bit more randomness. I'm going to keep it, let's keep it right there, okay? Positional value matters, people. Let me tell you, positional value matters. Pass rushers, quarterbacks, offensive tackles, DBs, specifically cornerbacks. Those are all positions of value that are going to be maybe taken a little bit higher than who the actual true best player available is on the board. But without further ado, we're going to start this one off. Zion Johnson goes a pick before. The big defensive tackle from Georgia, Jordan Davis. Man, that guy's combine was crazy. He goes 2 picks before to Green Bay. Trevor Penning, Jamison Williams, Nakobe Dean to the Saints at 19. And Devin Lloyd was right before that too. Okay, Traylon Burks, he's off the board. Jermaine Johnson gone. Evan Neal falls all the way to 15 in this mock. Let's go to the top. Hutchinson, Hamilton, Thibodeau, Aquanu, Stingley, Walker. You know, I could very well see it going like that. I don't think Kyle Hamilton's going to be in the top 10 for some reason. And it goes back to what we were talking about a second ago. Positions of value. I don't think a strong safety, box safety type of guy is going to be valued at the number 2 overall pick. You're going to rather take one of these pass rushers, one of these tackles. I don't know how Evan Neal falls to 15 in this mock. I don't see that happening. I could see Charles Cross getting to a little bit past 15 by chance, but not Evan Neal. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but my dogs are going crazy. Hey, boys, y'all cut it out. Cut it out. All right, sorry for the interruption. Boys! Sorry, you probably wanted to cover your ears right there, but I'm not recording this again. So we're going to continue on. All right, so back down here to pick 24. We got 10 trades available, 10 trades. I know we didn't do a trade last week on our first Mock Draft Monday. I got the Lions interested, the Jaguars, Giants, not going to trade with them, the Texans. They got a lot of draft capital. Now, I got a few friends that are Texans fans, too. I've been wanting to talk about what they think their direction is going to be going in the draft. May have a special guest coming up soon that's a Texans fan. Don't want to guarantee that, but that might be in the works. Let's see if we can trade with these Texans, all right? You're going to give us 37, 68. 68's not in the second round. That's the top of the third. But then we're going to ask for your round one next year. You're not going to do it? I know that's probably going to be an early round pick, but take off 68. No. You're round two next year. Not even your round two or round three. All right. Get that F out of here. All right, the Lions. 32, 34. Give them 88. They're not going to bite on that. How about 32 and 66? 32, 66. Can we go 32, 34, and 56? Yeah, they give us 66 right there, too. I'm about 97 with that. Let's do this. We're going to move back 8 spots and pick up that first pick of the third round. I don't like that. You know what? Give us 97. We'll swap 97 for 129. No, they're not going to take that either. This is what I'm going off of right here, people. It has a 50% chance to be accepted. Let's trade back. Screw it. It's accepted. Boom. Picked up top of the third round. They trade up for the quarterback, Willis. Olave went. Booth, Raymond that high. I just don't see it, man. Too developmental. Boye Mafe again. He's going to be more the developmental type of guy. He's got a lot of good traits. Lewis Seen, Travis Jones. Now, if I trade back right here, this is what I would be ecstatic for, people. Ecstatic. If I trade back and this is the result. You still got Kenyon Green over here on the board. Dax Hill. Which Dax Hill, man, he's a hell of a football player. He can play that deep safety. He can play in the slot. Very versatile. It'll be hard to take him off the field. You got Sky Moore here, too, which I know a few people that I really pay attention to and trust with their work. They really like Sky Moore. But I just don't think I myself have Sky Moore ahead of a Kenyon Green. Versatile guy. Played 4 positions in college for my alma mater, A&M. Got to watch him. He has a lot of bend for his size. He's a big guy. He's going to add size to your line. He's bigger than Connor Williams was coming out of college, and I think even now so. 323, I don't know what Connor Williams' measurables are, but, man, he's bigger. I can tell you that. Like I said, position flex, too. He played left tackle. He played right tackle, both guard positions, just not at center. That's going to be the pick, people. Kenyon Green, guard, A&M. I'm not going to be very mad about that at all if that was at 24. But we got him at 32 and picked up an extra pick. That's a big win in my book. All right, 56. I'm not going to try to trade up in between rounds for this one. Tyler Smith, he's been in a few mock drafts. The Cowboys at 24. I'd be very pissed off about that. He's another developmental guy. He's a nasty, nasty football player. He's a mean guy out there on the field. I mean, I know he's listed here as a tackle. I think he might be better suited as a guard, at least early on, because his pass blocking technique needs a lot of work and refinement. Leal gone from A&M. Harris, the linebacker from Bama, gone. Quay Walker, linebacker Georgia, gone. You know, these quarterbacks and these running backs coming off the board. Green Bay selecting another running back. I just don't see that in the second round, but who knows? It's Green Bay. That might be their best player on the board. That's who they go with. Benito McCreary. McCreary got all the way to 55. That would have been an interesting pick if he was still on the board. So we got our plug-and-play left guard from A&M. So obviously now, what about receiver? What receivers do we have available? Tolbert, a John Mechie, a David Bell from Purdue, which this guy right here, David Bell, he didn't test very great at the combine and at his pro day. I think he was 4.7, something like that. Not an explosive athlete, but the film is great on him. He has a knack for getting himself open, and he's not going to do it with pure athleticism. He's going to do it with nuance. He's going to do it with good route running. He's going to do it with smart instincts, too. John Mechie coming off the knee. You'd have 2 guys coming off knees. 56, I'd have to pass on Mechie. Justin Ross, he's not that high. Alec Pierce, here's a guy I think's getting severely overlooked. He might be my pick. Listen, he might be my pick for sneaky first rounder this year. Someone might fall in love with him. Played at Cincinnati. They got a lot of coverage this past year. 6'3", 211. I know he ran super quick. I think 4.4s at the combine. For a guy that big, you don't see too many of them run like that. Very good high point in the ball. That's somebody that I think would be like not an obvious. Oh, I could say, all right, Christian Watson, a guy who's just crazy, crazy measurables. He might get in the first round. That wouldn't be too far of a stretch. Or like a Tyler Smith, great athlete, very high potential. He could be taken in the first round, especially at that premium position. Um, Alec Pierce, though, not many people are talking about that guy. I don't think he makes it past the second round. No way. Like I said, maybe a sneaky first round guy, like a very under the radar. Um, Now that doesn't mean I like him as a first round guy. Let me be clear on that. Let me be clear on that. I don't like him as a first round guy. I would like him here in the second round. Let's check around. Got Troy Anderson, linebacker, Montana State, a converted running back. That's just another project guy in the second round. And with the way the team is, I want somebody that can come in and compete, if not win, a starting job. The other, you know what? Everybody that I'm seeing on the board right now, ooh. Now this is interesting. You got Perion Winfrey right here available. He played a lot of nose. I know I talked about him a little bit in my last mock draft video. He played a lot of nose at Oklahoma. I would like him a lot better as an under technique tackle, 3 tech. Um, let's see. He would be somebody that I would definitely consider here at 56. This guy right here, he's a gamer. I think I talked about him in my last video. I think we might have taken him. So I'm not 100%. Can't even talk. I'm not 100% sure if that's who we took last time in our mock. I'm gonna go a little bit different route. I'm gonna go Perion Winfrey right here. We're gonna try to get this receiver with this pick that we obtained. So let's go back. Receiver Alec Pierce. That's gonna be the pick, I believe. Has to be Asamoah. So round 1, Kenyon Green. Round 2, Perion Winfrey. Round 3, it's going to be Alec Pierce. And that's with the pick that we obtained trading back with the Detroit Lions, who had the Rams pick this year from the Matthew Stafford trade. All right, 88. So this would be a very interesting scenario right here for me. Okay. You could double up on receiver with David Bell right here, and I would not be mad about it. I wouldn't. That'd give you, a depth chart of Lamb, Gallup, the recently added James Washington, who would maybe be your third receiver or fourth receiver, depending on how. How Alec Pierce. Sorry, I was going to say David Bell again. How Alec Pierce was coming along in camp. You'd have Alec Pierce, Washington, like I said, 3-4. And then you'd have David Bell, 5, Noah Brown, 6. That's not a bad depth chart, people. It really isn't. David Bell can play in and out outside receiver, is what I mean. We're not going to double up. You could do a Wan'Dale Robinson speedster, very, very fast. But let's see who else is on the board. We got Zion McCullum out of Sam Houston State. He's a freak athlete. Did Woolen get drafted yet? The kid out of UTSA, cornerback. I think he was touted as like the fastest tracked person at the Senior Bowl, miles per hour wise. Did he get picked yet? I'm not seeing him, but sometimes my eyes deceive me. Let's go to. No, he isn't. You know what? This is the route we're gonna go in this draft. Tariq Woolen. The pick, if it wasn't gonna be Woolen, my pick would have been Dylan Parham right there, the center out of Memphis. Ooh, McCullum fell back. Here in round 4 now. You could have looked tight in there in round 3. Let's scroll back up here and see who's after us. Wan'Dale Robinson. Ed Ingram, he's a guard that I like out of LSU. David Bell fell all the way to the comp picks in the 3rd. Fortner, center out of Kentucky. I think that's a very good value pick right there for the Ravens at 110, Fortner. Sim Williams, the edge, who everybody's been linking to the Cowboys. He falls to the 4th. Another Ravens pick. All right, let's see. Cam Jurgens. All right, so these guys aren't going to draft two centers in round 4. I can guarantee you that. So Cam Jurgens might have been the pick right here. In all honesty, Cam Jurgens, crazy good athlete for his size. I believe he played tight end some when he first came to Nebraska, converted center, so he could. I don't know. He's super athletic, hyper athletic for a center, but he could be maxed out on how much weight he can put on. What do they have him listed as? 303. I mean, it might be tough to put more weight on that guy if he came in as a tight end. That's just, I'm not sure exactly how his body is in person, but that might be an issue there. Which, I mean, they're talking about Linderbaum being light at 295. Well, 8 pounds heavier ain't much heavier. I can tell you that. So, this Zach Tom guy, they have him listed as a tackle. A lot of people are projecting him to be a center. All right, let's hurry this up. We're doing 5 rounds. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more picks. All right, here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to take this. We're going to try to come back into the end of this 4th round. Let me try to find some people that I like. Dominique Robinson, edge out of Miami, Ohio. Fan of his. I got Weidermeyer, which, heck, I might be biased because I watched him play at A&M, which, like I said earlier, is my alma mater. His testing was horrendous at the combine and at his pro day. Absolutely horrendous. I'm really not sure. Actually, he didn't test at the combine, I don't think. I think it was just at his pro day. I'm not sure why he ran at his pro day if he was going to run in the 5s, like 505 or something like that. 5 flat, basically. I don't know why he ran if that's what he was going to do. He should not have done that, which kind of, it's just weird to me that he would run if he knew that was going to be his time, because some people are taking him off their board apparently, which the tape just says completely otherwise. Playing the SEC, A&M's all-time leading tight end in receptions, touchdowns, and yards. I mean, Martellus Bennett played at A&M. He was the last, good tight end that everybody could probably put a name on, and he had a pretty good NFL career after he left our Dallas Cowboys, which we all know how that went. 82 wouldn't let him in front of him. They could never get the tandem tight ends going, though. All right, enough chit chat. Let's make our pick. This is tough right now. There's nobody that I really, really like. Let's go ahead. Let's look at the other edges. Tyreek Smith, Ohio State. All right, this is going to be my pick in the 4th round. Dominique Robinson. I know they don't have him rated that high. I think this is right around where he's probably going to go. So we're going to add that edge guy. We got Perion Winfrey with our pick in the early 3rd round. Oh, wait. No, sorry. That was our 2nd round pick. Early 3rd round pick that we got from the Detroit trade that we made was Alec Pierce. All right, so this is a spot where I could see them round 5. They're probably not going to make all these picks. All right. Which I said, I forgot we were supposed to trade up in the end of the 4th. It's all right. Here's a spot where I think they're going to do this. A guy like Hassan Haskins, running back out of Michigan. He could go before that very well. 167. Zach Tom. He's still on the board. Compete at center with that Fairnot guy for your backup. I don't see him starting over Biotish right away, but give him a little bit better competition maybe. I really wanted to get a tight end here a little bit before this, but that just didn't happen. So I'm going to go ahead and take Cole Turner. These rankings, nobody's going to agree with them all. You might agree with some. So I'm going off of my own personal rankings. No, screw it. We're going to take the punter here too. I was trying to get that out of the way. So get in the 5th round. My knowledge on those players aren't, spectacular, just to be honest. But we'll look right here in this 4-round haul. Green, plug and play left guard. Winfrey, he's going to compete for your 3-tech spot with Osa. Maybe Tristan Hill, which I know a lot of people kind of gave up on Tristan Hill. He had that knee, not this past season, but the season before. He finally rehabbed it, came back. Thought he played well, and he got, suspended again for that stupid punch against the Raiders. I mean, we'll see what happens with him. He could be a cut for all I know, but I'm not giving up hope on him. I've seen him flash a few times. So Pro Football Focus doesn't Really like this draft, but I like it a lot. You got your plug-and-play left guard. You got D-line depth, if not someone that could compete with your current starter, who's a rookie last year. You got Alec Pierce that could come in, play outside for you, move CD to the slot, take some stress off them bringing Gallup back right away. In round 3, pick 66, Alec Pierce. I like that value a lot. Tariq Woolen, he'd be your equivalent of a Nashawn Wright from last year, but just a lot faster. A lot faster. So I like that pick too. They gave me a D plus. Don't really care. And Dominique Robinson, that's someone that you probably haven't heard of. He's a crazy good athlete coming off the edge. Went to a little bit of a smaller school. All right, we're gonna move on from there. We're gonna go ahead and do this one. We're gonna just cut it down to 4 rounds. Close this out. Let's go. Turn on fast. We're pushing over 20 minutes now in the video. Didn't plan on going this long, but that's not too bad. Knock this out. Got 3 offers. Trade back and pick up next year's second. Probably not. It's basically exactly what we just did, but we didn't have to give up 193. And then I'm not going to trade with the Giants. But I'm going to reject because Mr. Jordan Davis is on the board at 24 right here. You know, if this happened, which I don't see it happening, someone's going to take this guy. I could see them passing up on him because he really is only going to be a 2-down player, at least at first, unless he's been working on his pass moves tremendously, then that just might not be the type of player you want to use with that first-round pick. I'm going to reject these because I see another guy that probably is not going to be on the board right here. Oh, wow, there's 2. Tyler Linderbaum at 56, or Tyler Smith at 56. Or Boye Mafe, or Kyler Gordon, or George Pickens. Oh my goodness. Pro Football Network, or whatever this is called. Wow. I love all those guys at 56. I'd be jumping up and down for all of those guys at 56. Now, I could make the case. I know last week's mock we took Linderbaum in the first. Since that video, I've heard from a few sources that the Cowboys don't give a damn about him. And that's all because he's 195 soaking wet, 295 soaking wet, you know. And they don't want that light of a guy playing in their middle of their offensive line. That's just what I've heard. Who knows? The film says he's a good player, but I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to scratch him off. George Pickens, man. God, 56. That's another guy that could go in the first round. He was awesome when healthy at Georgia. Sky Moore down here, man. These rankings, man, I'm telling you, they're different. Boye Mafe. Let me check something. Ryan, Ingram, Strange. All 4 of these guys right here, I would be willing to take with my 3rd round pick. Probably none of them with my 2nd round. Oh, Tyler Smith, on the other hand, that's somebody that I could take. And like I said earlier, move him to guard. Darian Kennard, they have him at 113. He's not making it out of the 2nd round. He's like 250, 260. He played tackle at Kentucky. He's going to be your left guard if the Cowboys drafted him. Maybe over time he could move back out to tackle, but he's just a fucking mauler. He's a mauler, people. All right. Boye Mafe. I mean, 6'3", 261. I don't know if anybody keeps up with these RAS scores, but 9.91 out of a possible 10 is outrageous. Outrageous, people. That means he's a freak. Like 8.77 for Tyler Smith for 6'4", 224. That's awesome, too. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Tyler Smith because that's going to plug and play left guard. And like I said earlier, not at 24, but I would like him at 56. I would like him a lot. As Lloyd and Harry said, I like it a lot. That's what I'd be saying if we took him at 56. But Titans, trade back 2 spots, pick up, and then swap these. No, I'm going to reject because I see a guy on the board that we didn't talk about during that last draft. Greg Dulcich out of UCLA, tight end. Schultz is playing on the tag this year as of now. Maybe they work out something long term. And something that we haven't touched yet is receiver, which, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take Dulcich, and we're going to try to come back up here at the beginning. Let's see who's left. Shakir Robinson. We're going to try to trade up. Seattle, let's give them a ring. Hello, Pete Carroll. I'm going to want your 109. I'll give you my 129 and my 155. Declined. Okay. Stop it again. Darren Kennard going in the 4th round. Ain't going to happen. Calvin Austin went right there. Wandale Robinson, that's who we were trading up for. He's gone now. Heck. Shakur out of Boise State. He's there. 4th round. I wouldn't be upset about that pick. Let's give... Who's this? The New York Jets. Let's give them a call. 129, 117. I'll give you 167. All right. Thank you for doing business, people. And go ahead. Boom. Khalil Shakir. That's the guy we targeted. And get our receiver. And here's what we're looking at. Jordan Davis. Starting 1 technique. Day 1. Probably a 2-down player. But starting 1 technique day 1. That fills a huge need from what I talked about in my last video in the Under the Hood segment of how our defensive line needs to do a much better job next season of keeping our linebackers clean. Not everybody's Micah Parsons back there, people, and even he had trouble sometimes getting over and across to make plays. Tyler Smith, he's going to plug in the left guard. He's going to be nasty. He's a guy that led NCAA football in penalties, though. So you might see a lot of Connor Williams similarities next season if that was the case. Greg Dolchik, he's going to come in, be your tight end 2 right away. Maybe they don't get a deal worked out with Schultz. He walks after this next season off of the tag. We can keep him on the cheap. He's a promising tight end. And then Khalil Shakur out of Boise State at 117, which we traded up for with the New York Jets. And we got us a receiver a little bit later than what most people probably want, but we don't know what's going to happen in the remainder of free agency. I mean, even after the draft, we'll see what happens. Maybe after the draft, if they don't get a receiver too high, maybe they go after somebody else that's out there still. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in on this Mock Draft Monday. Don't forget to check the Twitter feed after you watch this video. And as always, if you like the content, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you want to write down a comment, I'll respond. Would love y'all's feedback also. And if you want to be notified next time I drop a video or go live, hit the bell icon. And as always, take care. Peace.